before you go forward.
Okay, pausing.
And one.
Okay, so what do you guys know about the heart chakra?
Love.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Sell them. Hey, singing is a part of it. Singing is definitely a part of it.
Okay.
Beautiful things, aesthetics. Nature, yup. The greenery.
No, we good. I just had to like take the drawing in and out. You good. You can start whenever.
You had to unplug it and plug it back up.
This part, not your part.
Oh.
Yeah.
It fixes everything.
You know, technology. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you know what you're saying, so it ain't even that deep. I was gonna let it go if it didn't work. But yeah, you can continue.
All right. So what y'all know about the throat chakra?
Mm-hmm.
Well, all that talking,
you know.
Communication.
I learned the other day, like, people think happy, and mind you, I'm not refuting it, but I heard that most people attribute the solution to depression being happiness, but the solution to depression is expression. So I see up here on your drawing, expression. So I'm going to say expression.
Expression is a big one.
And I would say the throat chakra is blocked by lies.
Okay. Word.
Yeah.
Truth. Wow. Yeah, I didn't think about that either. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Truth.
Yeah. Very communication.
Yeah. Communication, the ear, nose, and throat, expression, not just like what you say, but also body language, form of expression. You know, Virgo deals with the hands. So that's when we get into the space of creation, the extensions that you do with your hands. You want to paint, you want to write, you know, the pen, the sword, all these different things. It's all, you know, throat chakra vibes, right? Mm-hmm. We know Mercury rules over the throat chakra. Mercury is an air planet and it's all intellectual all over the place, and we love there. It can be when it's in that Gemini. It can be in that overthinking, overanalyzing energy when it's in Virgo. But Mercury is very fast, you know, so, you know, thoughts move at the speed of light. They come and go sometimes you guys, especially when you're in the dream world and you're dealing with Mercury over there in dreamland, and you gotta hurry up and wake up and write it down. So, you know, that's what Mercury does for us. Mercury is exalted in Virgo, of course, because Virgo is an extension to Mercury. So, you know, like I said, Mercury is air. Sometimes it's considered earth too, but in Vedic word, it's air, it's intellectual, and Virgo harvests what the Mercury thinks. And that's the connection between Gemini and Virgo too. I'll get into that more in depth in a moment. Mercury is debilitating in Pisces. Same reason why, you know, all the other planets don't like Mercury. It's because Mercury likes to label and organize and think things, and Pisces wants to be dreamy and fluid and all over the place. And, you know, we don't like it there. Mercury owns Gemini energy, you know, the thoughts, the community, communication. And Mercury is also friends with the sun because we like to be able to speak the things that we want into existence and to experience it. Mercury is also friends with Venus. We talked about that before, where, you know, it helps invoke things into your vortex. And Mercury and the moon don't get along. They don't like each other. So if you got Mercury and your moon together like I do, good luck. But the moon is more emotional and introspective, and it can cause Mercury to go heavy into that overthinking and never coming out with a solid decision. You know, it makes it very difficult. Like, as much as I know stuff, making decisions, I suck at. I hate it here. And that's Mercury. Now, Gemini rules over the internal side of the throat chakra. This is the air. This is traveling, mental travel, physical, you know, desire to travel, whatever. You know, the goal of Gemini is to be focused, right? You know, when you look at the symbol, you got the two lines, and you want to be, you know, the balance, the sturdy, but on top and below those two lines. So it's good to have the two sides of Gemini, or a multitude of signs. As we know, this is the energy of the crossroads here between, you know, the thought and the harvest, how you harvest your thoughts. You know, when you get into the Beji twins, or if you get into the actual Gemini twins, it depends on what culture you decide to focus on when it comes to this energy. It depends on who tells the story, is the moral of the story. So you got these twins, they go around, they want to start fights with people. And some people be like, oh my God, they were so brave and valiant warriors. And other people are like, they were a fucking menace. They were bullies. The hell? And so, Mercury, Gemini energy has the power to be like, both are true, and so that's where that energy comes from with that. And so, you have the groundedness, the survival self of the root chakra. It brings you into joy of the sacral. So now you feel empowered with your solar. And so now you can have, good interpersonal relationships with your heart chakra. And when you have good interpersonal relationships with people, it brings you to this intellectual space. Now you're open to being taught. Now you're opening to learning from other people, whether I'm reading a book that someone wrote, or I'm having intellectual conversation, energy exchanges, or I'm watching a video or whatever. I'm just open to the community, all kinds of community. Community isn't always people that I'm directly in front of and I'm meeting and I'm talking to. Community can simply be like the people, places, things, situations that had to happen for me to be able to use this pen. It could be that deep. There was this guy, can't think of his name, but I always think of him when I think of Gemini. And he had a pencil tattooed on his face.
Oh, wow.
And people asked him why. He was like this viral guy on the internet. And he was like, I got this pencil tattooed on my face because same thing I said about the pen. Like, it was so many different things that had to happen for a pencil. And he knew all the numbers. Like, he went through it. Like, it takes this amount of wood, whatever, to make one pencil. And that's why he had the pencil tattooed on his face. And it was just like, what an expanded way to think about something so simple. And so that's what Virgo wants to do with Gemini. Now, if you got Gemini unfocused all over the place, guess what? You're not going to have a full harvest with Virgo. You're going to have a little bit there and a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit there.
Grocery store.
Yeah. But if you have a focused Gemini, I'll focus, master of one, dibble dabble on some. That's the mantra for the Gemini energy, right? If you're
master of what?
Master of one, dibble dabble on some. Yeah. If you have that, then you will be able to harvest this thing, because Virgo is the energy of harvest. It happens during harvest season. It's about creation. Majority of the stars in the Virgo constellation deal with the energy of creation, or the prophecies that lead towards making something. Virgo energy deals with intellectual, but it's because you're taking your mind and you're putting your power to it, mind to the body there. Virgo rules over the sixth house, which can be the house of 6 in mathematics, deals with equality. And so that's where that transactional thing comes from, of give and take or whatever, what have you, because it's associated with the Gemini twins, being two opposites of the same thing. So you think it, you make it. And that's what the throat chakra is, not just talking, it's expression. It's all forms of expression. So that's that for the throat chakra.
Okay.
It's a little bit more straightforward. But, if you have certain things that are in balance, it makes expression difficult. Like you said, depression that will bring that back down to your root chakra, like taught you how to suppress yourself. You know what I'm saying? What authoritative figure or what the authoritative energy, was put upon you. Maybe your parents didn't listen to you. Maybe there was certain people that you just felt like you should be able to be vulnerable around. And now when you're around those kinds of people, or people like maybe it was your parents. And so whenever you're around authoritative figures, and maybe you always find yourself around people that you see more authoritative or bigger than you or whatever. And it's like, oh, I feel like I still have to go into that space. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe it's like romantic partners, siblings, whatever, what have you. And now that brought you into a space where you don't express yourself. Or some people express themselves a little too much. You know what I'm saying? They get into that throat vomit thing when they're around everybody. With my Virgo sun, what I attract is everybody's word vomit, which is pretty cool. It is like the different experiences that I have, because I have so much throat chakra energy, is, I'll be somewhere random and somebody will just walk up to me and just start talking.
Oh,
And
God.
sometimes they'll talk themselves into tears.
Mm.
And then they'll be like, I don't know why I'm telling you all of this. They literally say that every time. I don't know why I'm telling you. Can I have a hug? Like, and I didn't say anything yet.
Right.
I'm just standing there.
Wow.
Like, this is what you bring,
God,
you know, having that Virgo, you know, energy, and even Gemini. But definitely, you know, at that, you know, again, coming back to that mindset, like whatever zodiac sun somebody has, but I'm big on the aura, the first house. And then I'm a Virgo moon too. So it could be like the moon, how you nurture people and stuff when people start coming into that, still talking and crying and wanting a hug and stuff. This is what you're invoking out of people around you. So that's the throat chakra. Right, all I gotta do is sit. It's crazy, and I'm always the target for projections. Sometimes they're cool, sometimes they're like, bro, I don't even know how we got here. I'm gonna let you have that. Yeah, who are we talking about right now? They be having full blown relationships in their head. We done got married. We doing all these different things. I didn't even. Who are you? What's happening?
I just feel like you know you met in past lifetime. Like
yeah. I thought you were this. I don't know. It's a weird fantasy certain guys have where you're like this small, like you wear the hijab and you don't do anything. And you're so dainty and like distressed. And then when they see like, oh, she be cursing and she don't give a fuck, they're like, oh, they run to my inbox like, peace, queen, peace, goddess. I just want to let you know you don't got to talk like that, act like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, bro, if you don't get the fuck on, I don't know who you are or why you thought this was a safe space for things like that. I can guarantee you it is not.
No, so entitled.
Very entitled.
They really be feeling like you did this to me. Like,
yeah.
Like, so I have to say this. Like, you opened up this conversation. You must be open to receive what I have to say.
I just do podcasts every day.
Right. No, literally.
Like, let's simplify it. I just do really cool podcasts every day. All these things that you're going through emotionally have nothing to do with me.
It's that simple.
It's really that simple.
That's so bad.
Yes. And I hate to simplify what I do, but sometimes I have to so people can come to that, like,
snap out of it.
Yeah, because what the fuck? Are you okay?
I'm gonna use that one. Like, bro, I just be on social media. I just make social media, bro. You know, I'm not.
Some people call this content.
Yeah, I'm a content creator. I just give stuff for y'all to watch for a few hours.
That's
day,
powerful.
You know.
That's powerful.
Okay.
So whenever you're ready, we'll get into the third eye.
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. Shit, I got about 20 more minutes of recording left. So.
20 minutes? Oh yeah, I could do it. All right. So what do y'all know about the third eye already?
I can see clearly now, the illusions are gone.
Hey.
I feel like the first thing that always comes to my mind when it comes to like third eye stuff is like these scary videos I used to watch when I was like 20 about your pineal gland getting calcified and you'll never be able to create or be important ever again in your life. So like, you know, that's what I think of when I think of third eye. It's just like, oh man, you need that or you cooked out here in the streets. Like, so yeah, that's what I think of.
And I think about the Akashic records.
Okay.
Yeah, I think just seeing ourselves through the veil. Yeah, I definitely think about pineal gland.
Toothpaste.
Sure.
Beware of toothpaste.
Toothpaste, water.
You know, like
think about fluoride.
Yeah, fluoride vibes.
Think about everything that's trying to calcify.
Yeah. So that's what I got.
Yeah, inner sight.
But everything you said as well, like, you know, third eye intuition, you know what I mean, being able to see clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So your third eye is the balance of your inner and outer self. Mm-hmm. So this is the space, this is the only chakra that we have that's ruled by two celestial bodies. Everybody else was ruled by one. If you notice the pattern, the third eye is ruled by your sun and your moon. So when you sum up all your internal placements, if you go straight up, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, you're going to have that, it's going to affect the introspection of your moon, your emotions, your intuition, all of that. Now, from Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, Virgo, that's going to deal with your expression and your experiences through your sun. And so they kind of like, you know, that figure you see where it's like a person standing, or sometimes they're sitting, and it's like, it looks like there's like a flow going inside of themselves and coming out like that, and it's all around them. Yeah. That's essentially what y'all just did.
Oh.
So you guys wrote it out in zodiac jargon. This is what it is. This is what your energy is when you're going inward and coming outward with it. And so it's all connected. There's no beginning or end to it. As you guys can see, it's all interconnected because it's a circle. And so, yeah, coming to the moon deals with the feminine energy. You know, feminine energy is hidden. Everything about feminine vibes is always hidden, right? Down to like our reproductive self, the womb, everything is all inside. You can't tell what a woman is feeling until she lets you in. And a woman or feminine energy doesn't let you in until they're at a comfort zone. So that's what the Cancer energy or the moon energy is about. That comfort zone that'll let you in. Then you have the sun, the Leo energy, that is external. You don't need to feel comfortable there. If I feel comfortable, if I don't feel comfortable, I'm going to get this experience. I'm going to have this expression. I'm going to provide this experience to people around me. I don't know why Scorpio keeps coming into my mind. I guess because I'm in my Scorpio sun, or I'm about to be. And, but there is, you know, when you're around a Scorpio sun energy, you know that, okay, I'm about to have a transformational experience. Because now we know that the Scorpio is about transformation. It's an external side of the solar plexus chakra. So it's in that space of, you know, building and destroying based upon that fire in the gut. If you're around a Virgo, you know, you're about to have a throat chakra experience. It's going to be intellectual. It's going to be in a space of harvest, creation. You know, Gemini is going to be that internal, the thoughts. That's probably why you come across people and all y'all do is talk. Yeah. Because that's the experience you're providing them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now for you, because of your personal placements, as you can see, it does something else for you. Yeah. But that's what it's doing for them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so where's your sun sign at? Aquarius. So you have that, you provide people with experiences that help them be innovative and unique and letting go, you know, being it more in that, like, yeah, mask off for real, but the power to be detached as well as one with all. So that's a big thing. So those are the different kind of things you have. Now, the sun is exalted in Aries because we like to express that fire in our gut. We like to express what motivates us with, you know, assertion. That's why it's so important to have a balance of that solar plexus chakra because, you know, that's the experience, that's the expression you're going to have. You know, whether you out here and you yelling like you in a barbershop all day, I cannot stand sitting in a barbershop, or you letting yourself be bossed around. The sun is debilitated in Libra because Libra is a wet blanket. If your sun is in Libra, being indecisive, because you're always trying to see, the thing with Libra and the Libra experience is to stop standing on the side of the scales to measure the scales. You're supposed to face it head forward so you can see whatever, but usually people are standing on their side of it. So when you stand on their side of it, you're not getting the full like visual of it to see what's imbalanced. So you probably like give. Like, it's okay. My side is good enough, but you don't realize your side getting light as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, or, you know, like I said, making decisions is heavy, you know, a heavy task or whatever. The sun doesn't like that because the sun wants to experience. And Libra is not allowing the experiences to happen because you're not going to choose nothing. Or you're letting other people come into your space and have the experiences, which is so why I'm so glad my son is out of Libra. Oh my God, I hated it there. Jesus Christ. When I tell you people was walking on your girl, doing the fucking heel toe. What? The sun owns Leo, of course. There, you know, the sun is friends with the moon because that's the, you know, introspection. Mars, of course, because that's the solar plexus chakra, and Jupiter, because who doesn't like to experience what brings them joy, their creativity, their sensual self. You know, we love to have those experiences. Now, the sun doesn't like Saturn because all that long-term stuff and challenges, we don't want to do that. The sun also doesn't really get along with Venus too much because as much as we want to have beautiful experiences, Venus kind of weighs it down, making everything so businessy and, you know, sometimes you have to slow down. Well, most times when you are dealing with matters of the heart, it gets messy there, right? It's either like super duper slow and careful, or like instantaneous and it's a car wreck. You know what I'm saying? So the sun doesn't really try to, stay in those type of experiences if, Venus is, imbalanced, definitely. And Venus is a vortex, comes in waves. Your emotions come in waves. You feel like this 1 second, then the next second you don't feel it anymore. And now you have, all these different experiences because you done text like 6 different dudes, like, yeah, I'll be your girlfriend. And now you overwhelmed. And it's like, damn, I only liked you like at 5 o'clock. I don't like you. So it's same thing with business. Like you sign yourself up with all these business things and, and now you're overwhelmed with all these things you keep signing yourself up for. So that's that there. Now the moon is exalted in Taurus. The moon actually likes it in the heart chakra space, feeling comfortable and nurturing to your sense of priority and value and love and forgiveness and stuff like that. It's all mushy shit.
Not you trying to get out fast.
I don't want to be there. The moon is debilitated in Scorpio because Scorpio is about transformations and stuff. And the moon likes us. The moon can be fluctuating, but it wants a little bit more stability. It's like
a pattern.
Yeah, it's kind of like Scorpio can be zigzags, where the moon is kind of like larger wavelengths. And so that zigzag can be a little like, you know what I mean? The moon owns Cancer, of course. The moon is friends with the sun. We know that. The moon is also friends with Mercury because, aligning your throat chakra with your third eye is, that's really important for you spiritualists that like to, invoke and ground and communicate and all that fun stuff. Of course, you want your third eye and your throat chakra to be in alignment. And believe it or not, the moon doesn't have any enemies. You want to nurture everybody. We all love it here. So when we get to the third eye, not the third eye, the crown chakra. The crown chakra is not associated with any planets. If you notice, I don't have anything up there because that's when you get to your non-physical self. That's the bridgeway to your next, the pleromas and the
like,
things and stuff like that.
Run to this place. This is where everybody they just want to get to that. I can see it now. They don't want to do all.
They don't want to do all of this.
Nah, they like, I need to know my higher self. They just want to get right there.
Yeah. Right. And there's a reason why we're here in human form because we don't know this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Wow. And so it's affecting that higher energy we're putting out into the cosmos and the universe. Yeah, it's affecting that. But if we come down here and we fix this stuff down here, ultimately we are connecting. And that is the Aquarius experience as well. When you are detached and focusing on yourself, you're ultimately helping out in the cosmic realm, because when you get into the tree of life, which I'm not going to do too far today, but when you get into the tree of life, Aquarius rules over the Ketters, which is the first sphere, which is the non-physical sphere, which brings you to when you're dealing with the chakras, we're rooted in the physical in Aquarius, but we're also rooted in the cosmos at the same time. So when you see that tree of life with the roots going upward and downward, that's the Aquarius. And then the rest of these chakras are in between. So that is this, and you guys can see like where you have your openings at, where you have your planets. I done went over what planets get along, who don't get along. So when you around somebody and they sun over here and your moon over there, you like, you know what I'm saying? Or I can see where we would bump heads at, and I can see where we would get along, and that will help you in your energy exchanges. Another cool way to look at this is every city has a birth date. You know what I'm saying? Get into the birth date of the city that you're in, or the birth date of the city you want to visit or have certain experiences in. Align that with your, your spaces to see like, oh, okay, I could see how this will benefit me, whatever. When you're trying to build teams or groups of things, you know what I'm saying? You could see like, okay, you're more strong in throat chakra. You're more strong here. So giving people duties to where everybody feels like they're doing something that helps them be comfortable. For those of you guys that are in the healing field, this helps out heavily when you know what frequencies to play, what Reiki, mantras, words of power for people that come to you. And now you can see, oh, it's your sacral chakra that needs healing. These are the planets there. This is where it's at. This is its connection with the other things, right? to give how much time I got left?
10 minutes.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna run down the mathematics for y'all real quick. So when y'all get into the degrees, right? The degrees give you a little bit of story in front of your planetary placements. So say if you got something on like a 25 degree, that's wisdom and your power. Okay, that 2 and 5 come together, that makes 7. That's God. I'm about to run them down. 1 is knowledge. This is the foundation of all things. And you could just put knowledge.
Yeah.
2 is wisdom. That's when you manifest your knowledge. Start exercising it and stuff like that. 3 is understanding. That's when you come to the conclusion. It's kind of like 1, 2, 3 is the top triangle in your mind, the left and right side of the brain, and then the back. 4 is culture or freedom. This is your way of life, the culture of your peace, your righteousness, harmony, all that fun stuff. 5 is your power and your truth. 6 is equality. This is equal aspects of your true self. So give and take, harvest energy. 7 is God. I am self, and self is the true reality. 8 is building and destroying, transformations. 9 is born, what we're giving life to. And 0 is cipher. And that's the completion of the cycle, what you're putting in your space. So you start adding up the numbers, in that manner, to the degrees and stuff. And that puts that there. Another thing that I could fly down with y'all real quick, because if you look, before you go all the way down to the bottom, or I see some of you guys didn't go all the way down to the bottom, which is perfect. You'll see that there are arcs there, right? And these are degrees of separation between your native chart and your progressive.
Wow,
all right. And so I'm going to get into some of the arcs or degrees with y'all. So y'all. No.
Secondary progression was the one else will be filling in, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
if you how far did you scroll down on the paper?
It's like
on the side.
All the way to the bottom.
I went all the way down to get to the second.
It says it progressive. I see right here.
Okay, so scroll up a little bit. If you scroll up a little bit, they show you to scroll up a little bit more than that.
Oh, okay, I see. Progressive.
Yeah.
So that's different than.
No, it's the same information, but it has that extra thing on the side where you see the degrees.
Oh, yeah.
It's showing you the degree separation between your natal and your progressive. So you can see how they're getting along with each other.
So does 0 mean it's like on point, or does 0 mean it's bad?
No, 0 is good.
Oh.
Anything within the first 60 degrees is positive.
Ooh, how
they get along.
Anything, go ahead.
Anything within the first 60 degrees is positive. So anything between 0 and 6 degrees is called a conjunction. You hear that a lot in transit charts. Mm-hmm. They're close, positive influence. They get along. Unless they're planets that don't get along, like I told y'all already ahead of the game. Yeah. Sextile is 60 degrees. So from 0 to 60 degrees connection, we like it there. Mm. Square is 90. Anything in that 90 degree space, it's a challenge. Now, and like a rule of thumb for that is they'll be in the same modality. So like they're cardinal, or they're all mutable, or they're all, fixed. Those are the ones that are squaring each other, and those are where the challenges are, but they're not that bad. They don't have to be that bad unless you make them bad. Then you have trine. Trine is like 120 degrees apart. These are the same elements. So they're all fire, all water, all air, all earth, or whatever. They in harmony. Oh. They get along. Anything 180 degrees, you might have some 180. If you go down to like asteroids, probably. Yeah. Those are challenges too, but they're not as challenging as squares. It's just more so learning how to move like straight ahead. But those are the main degrees of separation you want to pay attention to when you're looking at the differences between that, and there's a whole bunch of other ones, but They just get a little too intricate. It's like they're not necessary.
That's all I was about to say. I know for sure. I've seen a yawn out of a few of us, so I know we back in class. I know I yawn, but that's a good thing because that means my mind is full. And
Yeah.
I feel like what you said, like this all has intricacies and like nuances to it. So I want you to give everybody your info at this joint on the video so that they can find you, and if they want to, like, you do consultations, you do workshops, you do all different opportunities where people can learn more about what we kind of touched on today. So can you tell us where to find you and blah blah blah?
Oh yeah, you can find me everywhere. Sunshine Monie L. That's Sunshine MONIEEL, and that's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all streaming platforms. If you like affirmation music, on YouTube, I'm Less Nobodies, LESNOBODIES, and there I do a daily mathematics and an astronomical report. I talk about the numbers of the day. Started I do a collective reading. It's a good time up there. I have a good time. I do personal readings. If you would like a personal, I prefer to do ongoing therapy sessions. I specialize in astropsychology, or this what we just did, like astro chakra placements. I can also place these placements in your Sephiros, which gets a little bit more intricate than the chakras. But yeah, this is what I love to do. This is what I'm passionate about doing. I like aligning the astrology, the sciences and the arts together to psychology and lifespan development, which is something we did as well. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
Right.